guys, it's Cal from the Lighting Doctor here. Excited about this project. I'm shooting it from one of my favorite cities in the whole world, definitely in all of Canada, on Vancouver Island in Victoria, BC. So the weather's not great for us, but this is gonna be a fun property. Anytime you get out to these coastal areas, it's great because you get lots of big trees that you can utilize. The arbutus trees are beautiful. There's lots of things. There's obviously some challenges that we're gonna face with some rocky areas and stuff. And I'm gonna show you guys a bunch of ways that we're not using a bunch of path and area lights. We're gonna use a lot of our standard up and accent lights, as well as a few in-ground lights and some down lighting options. So I'll show you how we're gonna use those to maximize the effect that we're gonna get with those lights. So instead of having a whole whack of path lights, we're gonna accent a bunch of different features around our walking areas and our areas where we wanna lit, and use a lot of the reflective light. We're not overdoing it on this project, which I like. I like starting very subtle and adding lights on down the road. So I'm excited to walk you guys through this project on Vancouver Island. If you have any questions, be sure to send those to me directly below this email. Okay, so guys, I'm just gonna walk you through the steps, how we're gonna go do this. It's the same as every project. Basically what I've done is I've kind of walked around, we've figured out our plan, and all I've done is I've taken all my lights out of the boxes, and I'm going and I'm just setting them all around the property so that I can do a proper count, and also to figure out my wattage and how big a transformer I'm gonna need. Now, I have most of that already figured out, but I always want to double check because I just walked around with the homeowner and we said, you know what, we're gonna add a light here, we're gonna add a light here, we're gonna take one out here, we're gonna take one out there. So now I just want to go get them all out there so I know exactly what I'm dealing with. Now I can figure out my total wattage and I can go and calculate what size transformer I need, and I can go and get those in place. I'm going to go place those by the GFCI receptacles that I need, so that once I've got all my lights placed, which is the next step, I'm going to go and actually take my little shovel, my mallet. I'm going to go place those lights where I think they're going to look best. Then the next step after that is I'm going to run out all my wire back to the transformer, so I kind of have a path of where it's going, how much wire I'm going to need, and again to make sure I can size that transformer properly. From there, once I've got all my lights, all my wire laid out, that's when I go and I start hooking everything up, and I'm gonna go start wiring all my lights in. And then from there, I'm gonna set up my transformer, I'm gonna plug it in, I'm gonna wire them in, and I'm gonna make sure all the lights are working before I go and bury anything. And then the last step after I come back tonight, because that's one thing that any good landscape lighting designer, especially if it's your first time, you're kind of do-it-yourself guy, you wanna come back at night before you finalize everything and just make sure all your lights are in the right position and pointed where you need them to. That's why we always leave a little extra wire at every single light, so that if you need to move it 6 feet here, 2 inches here, or whatever it might be, you have that extra room. So before you bury anything, go and test those lights, flick on your transformer, make sure they're working, come back at night, and then once you've got everything exactly where you want it, that's where the final step is. You come back, you bury all your wire. So that's the stages we're at right now. So I'm gonna go and get all those lights placed, then I'll show you guys some more details from there.